Hey everyone! In this video, I'm going to walk you through the steps of utilizing the ACS Fundraising app. This is one that I'm super excited to kind of share with you for those of you that have not used it yet. It's a super handy resource that's had a lot of great enhancements made to it over the past couple of years since it was originally rolled out. So you can do everything from sending a link to ask for a donation to processing a check donation straight from your phone, which is super cool. And so I'm excited to share this one with you. I'm going to start, as you can see, I'm sharing my phone screen with you. So I'm going to start by actually showing you how to find the app in your app store. So I have an iPhone, but I know that downloading and utilizing the app is definitely possible from an Android, and the steps are very similar. So just tune in, watch this video, and then of course let me know if you have any issues later on, but it should be a very similar process. So you'll see here I've typed in ACS Fundraising in my search tool at the top, and our app is the only one that comes up if you type in ACS Fundraising. So you'll see there that our app icon is our American Cancer Society logo. And on my phone it says open, but that's because I already have the app on my phone. If you don't have the app downloaded, it's just going to say get, and you can click that button that says get and download it. It's a totally free app, and I promise it's worth the download. So at this time, I'm going to kind of switch screens here and show you what it looks like to be in the app. And so one thing I want to note is that you can actually register through the fundraising app for Relay if you have not done so already. So if you want to kill two birds with one stone, I highly encourage, if you're not registered, to go ahead, download the app, and then register through the app. So what happens if you're not registered, you will either set up a society account or you will log into your society account if you've been registered for past events, and you can enter your zip code and kind of search for any events that are close to you, and our Davidson County one should appear, and you can actually sign up, and that's a very easy process. But again, let me know if you have any questions or trouble. So once you're logged in and you're registered, this is the screen you're going to see. So you'll see there at the top, it says, "Hello, Danielle." It's got my picture that I uploaded that I showed you guys in a previous video through the website, the event website. It has the event date, and I know that's not the correct date, unfortunately, but at this time I didn't have a date to update our rescheduled event, so it is going to show our current or our original date there for the time being. But it also shows you your goal, your personal fundraising goal, and how much you personally have raised. Now, if you swipe left, it's going to show you our event goal and how much our event has raised, which is pretty cool. So I do want to note right here that I actually am just registered as an individual for the event. I'm not part of a team. But if you're part of a team, when you swipe left, it's going to also show you your team goal and how much your team has raised. So it's kind of a nice way to keep track of where your team is in addition to where you personally are and where the event is. So I did want to make mention of that. Now I'm going to quickly walk you through those buttons down there at the bottom that say home, donations, fundraise, my profile, and more. I'm actually going to walk you through quickly each of those buttons and kind of show you what you can expect when you click on each one. I'm going to start with donations. And so you can see now I'm clicked on up there at the top, all teams. So this is actually going to show you all of our teams for Davidson County Relay and where they currently stand. So for some of your teams that are competitive and want to keep up with each other, this is where you can find that information in addition to the event website. And then if you click over to personal, you're going to be able to see who has made a donation to you personally, the date of that donation, and how much they gave. So this is, again, another way for you to kind of keep track of who's donated to you so that you can send thank yous or thank them verbally or whatever you want to do. So again, it's just a way for you to stay organized. So next, I'm going to visit the button there at the bottom that says fundraise. It's got the heart with a $sign in it. I'm going to click that, and this is truly where the magic can happen. So this is probably going to be the section you're going to use the most in the app. So we're going to spend a little bit of time walking through each step. So there at the top, you'll see it says share, and it gives you the option to share a personal link to your page via Facebook, text message, email, and LinkedIn. So when you click each of those buttons, it's actually going to go ahead and bring up whichever of those platforms you've chosen. And there's going to be a little pre-typed out text that you can add to or delete some of it. Kind of customize it if you want to. So for example, I'm going to click the purple bubble there for a text message. So if I click that button there in the middle, it's going to bring up a message on my phone. So then I can select somebody from my phone book in my phone, my contacts list. And then you'll see there at the bottom, it kind of typed up a preset message. And I can add to that. I can delete some of it, whatever. You can customize it if you would like to. But that that link there at the bottom, actually when you send this message, they're going to be able to click on that link and they're going to be able to go directly to your page and make a donation, quick and easy. So I would definitely encourage you to check that out. And again, you can use one of the other methods, Facebook, emails, LinkedIn, if you would so choose. So next, let's go over that section there in the middle that says accept. So this is where you're going to be able to actually collect donations directly from your phone. So if you click credit card, you'll see you need to collect the first and last name of the donor, and then you're going to select how much they want to donate, or you're going to enter a custom donation amount. It actually gives you an option to choose who gets credit for the donation. So I'm going to click there on my name and show you guys. So as you can see here, I have the option to credit myself as an individual. I have the option to credit our event, and I have the option there to credit to ACS Can. And again, I want to make note that if you're part of a team, your team's name is going to show up here too. So if, let's say you've done a fundraiser, a team fundraiser, and you just want the donation that's being given to you to go to your team as a whole, not to any one individual team member, then you're going to be able to click your team name and it's just going to get credited to your team. So that's also going to be there available if you're part of a team. So I'm going to click the arrow back out. And then as you can see down here at the bottom, you're just going to enter the credit card information. So the card number, the expiration date, the 3-digit CVV on the back, the billing zip code, and then finally you're going to enter a email address for a receipt. And so that's very important so that we can ensure that your donor does receive a receipt for their tax purposes. So please make sure and you can enter your email address and then forward the receipt to them. You can enter their email address, whatever works best, but make sure that you enter it there. You will see the little camera icon where it says scan. You do have the option to scan the credit card information and then it will auto-populate into those boxes. But I do want to take a moment to share that any donations that are accepted through the fundraising app are completely confidential and private. So whether you manually enter credit card information or whether you use that scan feature, you're not going to have a picture of their credit card on your camera roll in your phone. That information is not going to be stored on your phone anywhere. It's not going to be accessible to you once you confirm the donation and submit it. So just know that this app is private, confidential, just like any of the apps that you use to shop or mobile banking or anything like that. So just know that it is safe to use this app. So again, once you've entered that email address, you're going to click review down there at the bottom, and then you're going to have a chance to look over everything that you've typed in, make sure it's all correct, and you're going to click confirm. And at that point, once the donation is processed, it should immediately show up on the fundraising page, whether, whatever fundraising page that you chose to get the credit, whether it be yourself or your team. I'm going to go back out of here and kind of briefly show you what it's like to accept a check donation. This process is going to be very similar to accepting a credit card donation. Again, the donor's first and last name, the donation amount, and then you're going to choose who gets credit or whether your team or yourself gets credit. And then you'll see here, you're actually going to scan a picture of the front of the check and a picture of the back of the check. This is going to be exactly how you would do if you were processing a check through your mobile banking app. If you were depositing a check into your account, that's how this is going to work. So just hover your phone over the check, your camera will take the picture whenever it's clear and the lighting is good, and you're going to do the same for the back of the check. Now, we have had some questions about endorsing or signing the back of the check, but as long as your check is made out to Relay for Life or American Cancer Society, you're not going to need to endorse or sign or anything like that. So you're going to take the images, and then you are going to, again, enter a receipt email address so that someone will receive that receipt. Click review, double check everything, and then click submit. Again, a picture of their check is not going to be saved to your camera roll. You're not going to be able to access it again once you've completed the steps. Now, I will say it is recommended that after you've gone through these steps and you have submitted the donation, that you write void on the front of the check and hold on to it for 2 weeks, just to make sure that it clears their bank account, to make sure that it does show up on your fundraising page. Hold on to it, write void on it, and then once those 2 weeks have passed, you can rip up the check and discard of it or shred it, however you see fit. So lastly, on this fundraise section, down there at the very bottom, you can also request a donation if someone wants to use PayPal or Google Pay or Apple Pay. You actually have the ability to, enter their username or their email address and request a donation from them. So if you would like to solicit for donations that way, then you have that at your disposal as well. So I'm now going to move on to the My Profile button there at the bottom. So as you can see here, my picture from my profile online that I set up on my individual fundraising page is going to appear, my name, the amount that I've raised, and then you'll see here it populated my story about why I relay. So this is the section that I updated and personalized in the video about online fundraising through the website. So you'll see that it just kind of shares that information here. And then up here in the top right corner, this little box that has an arrow coming out of it, if I click there, then I have the ability to share my page via those methods that are listed below, which is pretty cool. So I can share that story and have people read over it and then consider giving me a donation. The very last section of the app that I want to cover is the More button down there, and this is just going to house the more administrative extra things. You can see your notification preferences. You can invite people to use the app or to sign up for to download the app and sign up to be part of your team. You'll see the terms, conditions, privacy policy, all of that kind of administrative stuff is housed in this section. And you have the ability to kind of look at any of that if you need any of it at any time. With that, that's kind of the quick version, the quick rundown of our ACS fundraising app. I hope you found this useful. Again, I think this is going to be a great tool that if you're comfortable and ready to, try to do some virtual fundraising during the pandemic, that you have this at your disposal. But I think it's also going to be just something great to have ready to go once things do feel a bit more normal and you're collecting checks and that sort of thing as well. So please don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything. And again, thank you for your time.